We'll start at the Copper Country with Melissa Venix on an effort to help feed people in need.
31 Backpacks started in 2012 and provides food on the weekends for children who are in free and reduced lunch programs during the week at school. LAUREL MAKI, president of the organization, says the idea came from her sister and brother-in-law.
They saw a program, a backpack program on a TV news program in Arizona, and found out that kids were getting free breakfast and lunch at school and snacks, and were going hungry on weekends. So this group in Arizona started a program, and my sister called and said, "You need to do this. I know it's needed in the Copper Country." And I said, "Oh, okay." And so didn't really think much of it, and I thought, well, I can do this.
Laurel, along with her daughter Melissa and a family friend, started the organization. Initially, they started with packing food at home for one school district.
We started at one school district, and once we got comfortable with that, then we moved on to the next, and so on and so forth. But when we started taking in a large inventory of food, we realized that going up and down the stairs dozens and dozens of times probably wasn't going to work that well for us.
Now they provide weekend meals and snacks for 7 different school districts.
Right before spring break last year, we were around 225, and then the shutdown happened, and then we jumped up to over 2,100 students that were in the program, and that covers Keweenaw County, Houghton County, and Baraga County.
To feed those students takes volunteers and a lot of space. Laurel and Melissa start at Econo Foods in Houghton to buy fresh fruit, then head to Glad Tidings Assembly of God in Hancock to pack the food.
The products are brought out before the volunteers show up. I come up with what we call the menu of what items are going to go in the bags, and that's given to the head of the packing team, Dan and ARDYS MAKI, and then they supervise the volunteers as far as setting up the tubs and the food out on tables here in the narthex. And when that's completed, the volunteers actually pack 2 bags at a time. We add more food to the middle and high school kids' bags. It's a different color bag. They eat more. They have bigger backpacks. They have bigger lockers. And then when all the bags are packed, they go into the tubs. For each school building has its own tub that's labeled. And then tomorrow, a driver will come up and get the tubs to bring up to Calumet, and on Friday morning, the rest of the drivers, the delivery drivers, pick up their bags and distribute them to whatever school they're assigned to.
After the bags are delivered, they are put into children's backpacks or lockers for take home. Laurel says they don't know any of the students that receive the lunches. They simply get the numbers of students in each age group from the schools. All of this work goes into one mission: no child hungry in the Copper Country. One volunteer, ARDYS MAKI, is a retired teacher. She says there are many people who are food insecure in the Copper Country.
We don't necessarily notice them so much, but when you look at the free and reduced lunch rate locally, it's quite high.
COVID-19 has brought a lot of uncertainty, and going into winter break, they aren't sure how many students will need food.
I'd like to stress that it is extremely expensive, both the winter breaks and the spring breaks, and the shutdown over the summer was quite expensive as well, so donations are always key for us.
You can donate by contacting them via their Facebook page, 31 Backpacks, or email them at 31backpacks@gmail.com. Reporting in Hancock, Melissa Venix, Local 3 News.